influencer types like that, man.
Yeah.
I'm just like, if I have something valuable to say, like, hey, I need to get a quick message across, and I want to address the audience.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good medium for it.
Right. I mean, I don't want to be an influencer, and even in the slightest. That's the only one thing I'm worried about, like putting myself on the internet is like I don't want to really be famous. I mean, I want the money, I want the perks of being famous, which is like money and or like some kind of financial freedom.
But you don't want to be the forefront.
I don't want to be in the limelight. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
That's
so
funny.
Hopefully this podcast never gets.
Just big enough to fund whatever it is that can get you into the thing that doesn't.
If I could do this for a
you.
living and like not.
Would you do it for fun though? Like,
we're
let's say.
Fun now.
I mean, yeah. Well, it's not for fun. We're trying to build it up.
We're trying to build something for sure. Yeah.
And even if it's not 100% successful, it's like, at least we know like what it took to like put time into it, getting like a structure down, because we've been consistent. Yeah. Like we even though there may have been one time we had to scratch a podcast episode. We've been a lot more consistent than I thought we would. Have we scratched
a podcast episode?
Well, I thought you said we missed one last week, and I was like, because you got COVID.
No,
but we made it up.
That's why I had one in the bank. So even though we didn't get to do ours last week, one still came out.
Right.
Because I had one in the bank.
Where did that one in the bank come from?
I skipped a week. So we started doing them every Wednesday, and usually I was uploading them that night.
Right.
We would do it and I'd upload it that night.
Right.
But I just didn't upload one night, and I just waited for the next week.
Oh, so
it's like our second
banked
podcast.
An episode.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I didn't realize that.
I told you that already.
You're not getting paid for that day. For that week.
Yeah, you're not going to pay me?
No, you'll get
our
that
60/40
pay.
revenue split?
You'll get half of that pay when you post that episode.
I already posted that episode.
All right. You get
dude.
paid. You get paid.
I
later.
already posted. I just said I skipped a week. You never listen to what I'm saying.
I do listen.
It's like Charlie Brown. Where all you hear is womp 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 womp.
No. It's sometimes.
Or you have selective hearing. You like pick and choose what you want to hear.
But it's not. No, it's not selective hearing. It's fucking my ADD, bro. It's what would happen to me in the classroom. People will be like, you could be talking to me, and sometimes I will zone out.
Yeah, I do that too. I do that half the time.
But I'll be like seen or like so deep in a different thought that it's like I don't even see sometimes. Like in school, I used to go into like mind movies, like daydream mind movies, and I'd come to like 15 minutes into a lesson or like 30 that I just missed. I'd be like, oh shit, I didn't hear anything. That doesn't happen to me as bad now,
right.
But it'll be like a deep thought that comes in or that I'm lingering on, and I'll literally not hear what you said. But that didn't happen just now.
Good. It happened to me just now.
Yes.
Yeah,
you have ADD too.
I had to check the time. I was like, when did we start the podcast?
See, I thought you were more of like hyperactive ADD though.
No,
like,
I'm not. I don't have ADHD.
You don't? Or you
No.
thought you did?
I think I do.
If you have ADHD and ADD.
I might just have ADD. Because it's not really hyper.
Like when you were at school?
Were you running like one of those kids that was like always getting up and like running around or moving around a lot and having to like was that ever a problem with a teacher or something that you remember?
Yeah.
Hyperactive
always.
in terms of you need to move your body, you can't sit still.
I get like when I don't move around and I sit still, I have like this like weird tickle that goes down my spine. Like it's like a physical thing that I feel.
Yeah.
And it makes me have to like move. Like I'll get this weird feeling in my spine where I'll just like be sitting down and it's like on my back, and I'll get it, and I
but how often
readjust.
Did you do that like a lot, like all the time, or did it happen more often?
Yeah, it happened all the time when I was a kid. All the time. I mean, the only time I was standing still or like just being still, shit, would have to be like when I'm sleeping.
Taking a shit. Playing video games.
Playing video games, yeah.
Or watching a movie.
Video games could hold my attention. Don't hit the. We can hear that.
I'm doing it on purpose, bro.
Oh.
Fucking Mike, don't fuck with me. Get out of my space. This is my chin space right here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get you.
Boom!
It just explodes. The mic just turns into dust.
I break it and I like cut my forehead.
Yeah. Just have
Like,
one slit.
fuck.
That'd be crazy. I would still post that, even though we probably wouldn't get
could.
to finish an episode. That's like the shortest podcast ever. A
Just
Bubby
put that
special.
clip. You just put that clip on TikTok.
We'd go famous instantly.
It's just like you finishing your last sentence or whatever, and I'm just like, I just
You
fucking
just-
smash my head into it.
Just no apparent reason. Hey, okay.
This is why we should have started the podcast with the TV on, the last one.
Yeah, is that helping you out?
No, it's just it's more convenient if we have a thought or like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, pull up that clip.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's what I thought. That's why I said you're like,
Instead
you
of
try to
mid-
pull it out on your phone. I'm like, no, we got the TV.
Yeah, we got
Let's
the
fucking,
TV.
We got the fucking TV.
I forgot it was a smart TV and
Yeah.
how easy they are to.
Right,
Does it have
navigate.
a voice thing on it?
Yeah, I think it does.
That's like super convenient, but I don't know if this one does. There's no one.
Dude, there's no fucking button on it that says.
But
Oh, maybe not then. I don't know. We just got this TV.
You could get another, like a third-party one that has all the same shit. It
Yeah.
may be a little faster, but I think they have them that come with remotes, and some of the remotes have the voice.
Yeah, because my
communication.
TV in the house has that.
Has that,
Yeah, it has that. I can just talk into it. I never use it, but
Yeah. Well, sometimes when I'm just too slow or like it's fucking, it's too difficult. It's a long name. Like it's just easier to just say it.
yeah, like fucking.
I do that on my
Kamaru
phone.
Fucking Usman.
I use the voice chat shit to be like, pull up this. If I'm in I guess that's not true. Most
What?
of the time I do just type. If I'm texting people,
Okay.
then I'll use the voice.
Yeah,
function shit.
you voice chat a lot when you're texting. You're like, no, I have to reschedule. Let's reschedule that for 5. No, I haven't called them yet. What are you talking? And I just see you like this on your phone. But
don't-
I could hear you from the next cubicle over.
What are you talking about? Oh, you mean like when I was sending messages to?
Like when you would text or like, George, you need to do this.
Yeah,
You'd
I
be
don't know.
like,
It's
you know what I'm
easier. It
saying?
saves
Yeah.
time. It's efficiency, dude.
When we used to work
Hey, yo,
together.
George, go do this shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like a little walkie-talkie at that point. I'm at work.
I mean, yeah.
Because I don't
Essentially.
text people in life off
I
work.
fucking hate texting.
Yeah, I don't
dude.
like to text.
Oh my god, I
so
fucking hate
if
it.
I
I'll call
have
you.
to,
I'll
yeah.
fucking. And sometimes I'll get really aggressive and I'll FaceTime you, even if I don't know you that well. That's really aggressive.
You never FaceTimed me. At least angry. Oh, is that bothering you?
Yeah. it
Sorry,
bothers me.
Bubby.
That's
Here, I'll
the
stop. I'll
camera.
blow it the other way. It looks good. It's atmosphere. It adds some atmosphere, bro.
The tobacco smell. That juice is gross.
It is pretty gross.
Yeah.
Does it smell like tobacco too?
Yeah. It smells like a creamy tobacco.
It's
It smells
supposed to
smells
be.
like it's like what are those flavored cigarettes? Pall Malls? Like a flavored Pall Mall?
Okay. Don't they have other flavors that are
Yeah, they have
sweetened or?
Yeah,
Sweet
they have
tobacco?
flavored cigarettes. They'll have like cherry cigarettes and like vanilla cigarettes.
It's
And they're like cigarettes too. And we're
It's
not
not the
talking about
worst.
vape juice, kid. I mean, that's vape, but like there's used to be flavored cigarettes. There probably still
Yeah.
is. There has to be.
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
Where I work now, I deal with a lot of cigarettes, but because California has a flavor ban on cigarettes, I don't fucking ever see them. Even with vape, you
Well,
can't
it's
even
not
get.
California, but it's or actually maybe they did ban it, and the
Yeah.
counties have to like vote on it
all
every year.
flavored tobacco.
But
products.
Contra Costa and
a lot of vapes, dude. A lot of vapes are hidden coming back to my place of origin.
a lot of vapes.
Yeah, like a lot of customer returns.
What do you mean custom? Oh, okay.
Yeah, to where I work.
Yeah,
now,
because so many of the companies here, dude, they had
because
so
of
much
like
in
flavor
stock.
bans on the statewide. Statewide, I thought at first it was just a county thing, and I think part of it is also a county thing, but I think they are and already have maybe banned like flavored cigarettes and like flavored tobacco, like flavored juice and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's took it in full effect yet.
Well, I don't.
but-
It hasn't. But
No,
I
'cause
know.
you're still buying juice, right?
Yeah, I'm still buying juice. I've talked to some of the store owners, and that are still up at because the Contra Costa County, you can still get them in like in counties in San Jose. They're still there,
Mhm.
but they have to vote. They voted on it already. They've voted multiple times, and like I guess the counties have been voting to like keep allowing them, but it only takes one for them to be banned in essence. So I think some of the store owners were saying there's a vote coming up next or this year at the end of the year, and depending on what happens there,
I'm sure a lot of those tobacco guys, like tobacco, like smoke shops, are probably losing their shit.
Oh,
Like the
well,
vape
some have gone
shops?
out of business already.
Yeah, because
Bunch of
they're
them closed.
probably expecting a fucking downward turn in the market.
Well, yeah, some of them, the store owners were telling me 50% of their profits from their smoke shops are from vape stuff.
Yeah.
And when you
why
cut
wouldn't it be?
out 50%,
No one's going there to buy cigarettes,
dude, like, I don't.
especially in where you work.
Yeah.
No one smokes. I don't ever see someone smoking cigarettes in the valley.
People smoke cigarettes all over, bro.
Well, yeah, but like, I feel like there's a lot less like smokers over in that area. Like, I'll see smokers all the time walking around where I live.
I think every like 1 in 5 people you see is a smoker.
That's fucking bros
over
night. That's
here.
that's
it seems.
we got to
like
start
that.
fact checking on the Bubbies
sure
podcast
that's
because I don't
obviously-
think so.
I'm sure that's obviously not true. But
yeah, no fucking way.
it seems like it because every time I go out, regardless of where I go, with my wife and daughter, anytime we're walking outside, like around shops or like getting into a restaurant, it's like without fail there will be someone on the sidewalk smoking a cigarette.
Smoking a cigarette.
And for some reason, it's always in our direction. The smoke is there. It didn't used to bother me because I used to be a smoker.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. Fuck. Sometimes being around cigarette smoke, it would bother me. Even when I was young, before I was smoking, it would bother me. But now it bothers me a lot more.
Yeah,
which is weird because I vape now. But that doesn't bother me.
Well, because you get like flavored stuff. You'll get like vanilla ass candy or something, and like it's like tastes hella good, or like churro flavor.
Yeah, there's some good.
Remember what's the one that was
dude.
super popular that all the fucking vape gods used to fucking smoke?
Like milk and honey or something?
Yeah. It was, what was it? It was something milk.
Oh, unicorn's milk or something like that?
No, maybe. It was some popular flavor. I remember back in like
there was a
20, maybe 2018, 2017, maybe even 2016. There's one popular milk flavored fucking tobacco or vape juice that all the vape kids used to smoke on. Sign off in the comments below. Let us fucking know. Some people, there might be a guy vaping, watching this,
and he's
like,
hitting the juice,
screaming at the top of his head because he knows what it is.
TikTok and then title it, "What vape juice are we talking about?"
Okay.
Maybe we'll get some of the vape.
We'll get some vape
community.
Lords.
Yeah.
Get the vape lord. Yeah, dude, you should start doing vape tricks on the podcast.
You know what will help?
Do you know how to do that thing where you like blow smoke and then you like, and it turns into like a tornado?
Yeah.
Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Can you do that for the podcast?
I don't think we can do it outside.
Because the wind and yeah.
You know what would help our podcast out?
What?
If we got questions or comments from the audience about stuff they want to hear us talk about.
Once people actually start watching, we'll do that.
But we should, and
we have 5 subscribers.
What you
and,
could do,
they don't watch our shit, and 3 of them are us.
with the vape.
I think one of them's Alex.
When you put the TikTok up, what vape juice are we talking about? And someone comments,
Yeah,
we'll respond to
sign
it.
off in the comments below.
We'll
wherever
respond
we
to it
upload
in the
this.
following podcast, and then any comments anybody else leaves about other subjects,
Send
we'll
some stuff
consider
in.
talking about.
Zach's
shit.
address is 318. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, don't you dare! I'll have to murder you.
No, dude, I would never fucking
then
do that.
then the
Put your
podcast is
personal
done.
information out on the internet. Like, well, I mean, it's probably already out there to a certain degree. Someone can find it.
I wonder how
But-
much we've exposed in the first podcast. Like,
Dude, that's the one thing I think about is like,
Unintentionally.
what did all this shit that we say? I don't even remember because I don't remember what.
because
the
it's
sh-
not our data anymore. I mean, it is ours, but technically, like now, YouTube owns it. Google
we-
owns it.
Google owned Alphabet.
Yeah,
That's
the whole alphabet.
That's
That's what I don't like
the
about
whole
the
alphabet.
internet. Lately, the internet's been bothering me in that respect, in that all my personal information can be had access to by big organizations and the government if they wanted bad enough, or like whatever justification they want to make.
Yeah.
You know, even if I signed a privacy agreement like with the company and they say, "Oh yeah, we aren't going to share your data with so-and-so body or government or whatever." It's like so many companies now have changed their privacy agreements to the point where nobody goes in and reads all of the deep fucking stuff. It's like I'm sure somewhere in there's clauses
Catherine,
saying now we can share your data
you
with
can
the
put your fucking
government
home
or the
address out there.
FBI if need be.
Catherine was telling me that she's seen a clip of the Joe Rogan podcast. I'm assuming it was a recent clip because he's talking about TikTok, and he's talking about like he's going over the fine print of like the privacy agreement and like what like TikTok's license is, and apparently it collects so much data on you, like insane amounts of data, like really personal shit, and then sells it off to like advertisement agencies and stuff like that. But like whatever.
See, in retrospect, that's probably more so what's happening with companies that are taking your data. But with some, like with Microsoft or with Google, it's like I don't know. It's just they've got such big connections with the government. It's like now the government can access that, so it's like I don't know. Doesn't make me feel like warm and cozy inside.
I just don't. I honestly don't care. I honestly what are you gonna? So what? You can see my search history. So what? I fucking like anime. Like, who cares? I'm into this kind of music. I listen to a lot of MF Doom. Like, I don't like what. To me, it's like what's no one can. Everybody I ask this because they're like, yeah, it's bad. They're taking your information and all that. And I'm like, okay, so like, what's so bad about it?
Well.
And they're like, well,
identity
they can build a profile
fraud,
on you.
Identity fraud. I mean, if it's being taken, your information is being taken and sold. Sometimes that information is credit card information and fucking social security. It's like people get their identities stolen all the time. Their bank accounts drained.
I mean, I guess you can have like a security breach and like someone on the dark web can take your information, but like
that stuff happens in. That's like
in terms of China taking my information and using it to like sell things to me, like why is that such a bad? Like I don't care. Like
I don't care about that.
Yeah,
I mean I don't like it, but it's like it's not any different. It's not any different than we already have that happen with our own country. Like YouTube will take your information and put ads that are more like stuff you're catered to, or Amazon will do that. So it's like if China's taking information doing the same thing, I don't care about that either.
Right, but like a lot of people are afraid of that, and maybe just because I'm an idiot, right? Like I don't fucking know. I'm trying to ask the hard hitting questions here. Why is everyone scared of this? Because
it's capitalist. Some people are
but like they're
anti-capitalist.
specifically scared of like China having data on us. And I don't like. I'm just like, what for if they invade or if I ever visit China, which I don't ever really plan to do. That they know who I am already.
If you want to look at it like territorially or like in a war or like a nationalist situation, China's very nationalist, right?
Right.
They're communist. They have a dictator who would, they want to take over as much as possible. Like that's what they want. That's their biggest goal for the CCP is to.
It's all digitally taken over.
Yeah, so they want ownership and things, but it's not just digitally though. I feel like look at what's going on with Taiwan. I mean, China sees Taiwan as China, and they don't get independence from China. They're part of China. They're gonna make all the money. They're gonna get in on the money that Taiwan brings on.
Right. Yeah, because Taiwan has all the panel. That's where they make all the
chips.
Chips. Yeah, all the
computers.
Yeah,
huge supply.
It's a telecom, or not telecom, but it's like they're a chip manufacturer and they manufacture like everything that has a chip in it. I know I'm conning mouth because we smoke.
So this is where I was going with that. If you were to ask me. What's the biggest fear of China getting information? It's not so much about information on like an application. If they have information, like I don't want anyone having my personal information, my address, my fucking bank stuff. Nobody does. Obviously, you want that amount of privacy. Do I think they're getting that? I don't know. Maybe, possibly, but if there was going to be a place, if you don't think like territorial war is still a thing or a possibility with the United States, like now, like you're wrong. I mean, look what's going on with Russia and fucking Ukraine. Like everyone, all the Russians and Ukrainians were living just like us and like no war for the last,
Yeah, but that's because Russia doesn't want to join NATO.
What?
That's because Russia
didn't want them to join NATO. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they don't want NATO right on their backyard.
Well, yeah.
Right in their backyard.
I mean, everyone is in NATO around them, and everyone has all this data on them, and they don't have access to any of that. They're saying their argument is like they asked to join NATO themselves. Russia is trying to distance itself from the Soviet Union supposedly, and so they even asked, but they like laughed in Putin's face because Putin asked to join NATO, and he's like, "Hey, we're willing to work with you. If you give us this, we'll give you that." Blah blah blah. They denied him, laughed in his face, and then he started telling people like, "Hey, don't join NATO. Like now, because you're close to us and you're getting all this information. We got to know who's trustworthy and
Right.
like on our side." So they kind of backed Russia into a corner. And if you think about it, I think NATO is the reason Russia and Ukraine are at war, and we're heavily responsible in NATO. I think it's part of the United States' fault.
I mean, I didn't know about that per se, but I heard just like also Putin was like a KGB member during the Soviet Union, so like his whole goal as whatever like prime minister or whatever their president is or former presidency is like trying to bring back the glory days of the Soviet Union. I don't know about him. I didn't hear that he got denied from NATO. I didn't know Russia tried to join NATO. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But I had heard that he is trying to bring back the glory of the Soviet Union days, and
I don't know. I don't
know. But yeah, I honestly, dude, like this is the Bubbies podcast. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
okay. It's
minded,
interesting.
I'm not, like,
but no, we're
it
not
is
even
interesting to
really
talk
talking about.
But yeah, like
because we're not getting into the politics.
yeah,
Fact check us.
Fact check us. Let us know we're just fucking spewing bullshit.
Yeah, you know where I got that information from was about Russia. I'm almost positive Russia trying to join NATO was there was a dude that got big, Jake Tran, got big lately on YouTube, putting out a bunch of videos like with clickbait, like doom and gloom titles, but he was making like short documentaries on stuff, and yeah, they were pretty good. There was he made one about Russia and Ukraine and NATO and how they're all kind of tied. And yeah, check it out. But Jake Tran, funny thing about him, recently, have you heard of CoffeeZilla? Have I told you about CoffeeZilla on YouTube?
It sounds familiar.
This guy, basically, he's the fucking internet detective, dude.
He's a fucking sleuth.
He's the internet detective for like finance schemes and like big scandals that are like taking place with these YouTube channels that are getting big off of like selling people like entrepreneurial dreams and like courses and classes.
Lopez type shit.
Ty Lopez type shit.
Andrew Tate type shit.
Yeah. So he was small. Like when I found him, he was a small channel, but he was good back then. And then he started like cracking like big cases open or like solving some things or like working on things that eventually actually people getting
yeah, it's like, doesn't he always wear like a white t-shirt with like a tie? No, am I tripping?
He does wear a shirt and tie. I don't think it's always.
Does he always have he's always like behind a green screen or like a backdrop?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've seen him do videos on other stuff.
Yeah, so he did one on Jake Tran recently, and what was a funny thing he brought up was in a lot of his videos he'll throw like an ad in the middle of one of his videos, and in one video in particular, he like starts the video off like talking about how bad and corrupt like some of these cryptocurrency schemes can be, and then within the same video he has an ad trying to get people to look into and potentially join and purchase this crypto thing that is like almost the same. So it's like the biggest contradiction. And it's like, dude. And so CoffeeZilla calls him out on it in the video. Yeah. And Jake Tran responded. And he's got like, he grew from like nothing to a couple million subscribers. Yeah, Jake Tran within a year.
Now this is he made a video about Russia and Ukraine and Russia joining NATO. That's where you got that from. Was a Jake Tran video?
Yeah.
So is it like a Russia propaganda video? Or like
I don't think so.
Russian sympathy video?
No, and I'm definitely not a Russian sympathetic, if that's what you
Sympathizer?
think. I sympathize for the Russian people that didn't want to go to war.
That didn't want to. Yeah, that's really fucking. People are like, why the fuck are we doing this?
Yeah,
Russia to shut himself out from the world. Yeah, I mean,
but they were
think I've
kind of
seen
getting
Coffeezilla.
shut out.
I think I did see. I'm sorry, just to go on what we were talking about though. He did a video on Ice Poseidon, right? Ice Poseidon did a crypto dump. I think he actually even interviewed him.
Probably.
Did you know about that? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's okay.
It
Wait.
doesn't ring a bell, but I've watched a lot of his videos.
Before we got off tangent too, so what's the conclusion of the what did Jake Tran respond with?
He said, I'm not trying to. So he makes all these videos about this like evil, dark shit that takes place on Earth too, right? So, and it seems like he's trying to educate people and warn people about these things because he wants people to be informed.
Right.
But then in the same videos, putting ads out. So what he said was, it's not my goal to. I don't remember verbatim. I'm fucking, going off of memory here. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, just paraphrase.
It's
Short
like
it down,
it's not
short it
my
down.
it's not my main intention to like help people. Like sometimes like that's just the way it is. Like it's I didn't say I was perfect or I'm an angel. So he kind of like knows. But what he was selling these people is bullshit, because in his video he warned about how it's a scam.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just like, I'm trying to make that money, which is like,
Yeah.
well, okay, at least he's being upfront about it.
Being honest. I mean, but that's like, if you don't know that as the viewer though, like you're an idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't like, I don't ever buy shit that anybody sells to me. I like any podcast I listen to, and they're trying to fucking sell me on some like Blue Chew or something to make my dick hard. Like I'm not gonna fucking. You guys are just grifters, dude.
Yeah,
you know,
but I'm
like,
pretty sure those videos, like that information.
Shout out Blue Chew, please sponsor us.
I'm pretty sure it's legit.
I'll try it. If you send me a free package, I'll use it.
They add the sources, so I'm sure it's true.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying, but like, you know, people have to advertise and sell you things. You know, no one's gonna do that shit for free.
But we didn't finish the main point.
Okay, what's the main point?
About China. So
China.
territorial war is still a possibility. And I feel like the country most likely to invade the United States would probably be China.
Yeah, maybe.
And
I think Russia.
So the more information, I mean, what do you think's the number one
China
reason?
and Russia.
What do you think's the number one reason nobody's ever tried to invade like the United States? Do you think it's because we have the biggest like military and the most weapons and stuff?
I mean, that's probably a deterrent, right?
I mean,
I know we don't have. I know we don't have.
They
the
have
most,
all that stuff too, though.
Yeah, I know. Russia is leading world leader in nukes, right? They have like the most nukes.
I think we have the most nukes.
I think Russia does. Russia also. has the
we
Tsar bomb.
probably don't. I'm sure we're probably getting passed up by some people.
We have like an orbital. But what I heard is we have like an orbital, like satellite that can shoot nukes down on target in like 30 seconds. Like so we can
Do you
drop
believe that?
I mean, that's what I heard.
I've
heard
never
that was
seen
like
that.
the only
I've never-
thing. I think I heard on Philip DeFranco. I think Philip DeFranco said it.
I've
Could be
seen
wrong.
it.
Fact
I've
check
seen
me.
it in movies. I've seen it in Hollywood.
Yeah, I've seen it in movies too. Yeah. See, I've seen it in Call of Duty. I think they have it in GTA too. But like that's what I heard. I heard even though Russia has more nukes than us, we have the ability to be like to have a quicker response and a better defense. I don't know if that's true.
Maybe.
But
It's definitely a possibility.
yeah, I mean, dude, that's so fucking scary though. Nuclear war just because a few fucking assholes don't like each other.
Yeah.
That's
It could happen. It's a potential, you know. When you think about they're just people. At the end of the day, the people that are in charge, they're just people like you and me. And there's a lot of people that snap and go crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do if my finger was on the button. I might just one day get pissed and just fuck it all. Just fucking send it out everywhere, dude. Let's fucking start some shit.
Just get really drunk.
Yeah, things at the I gotta switch the status club,
Hit
dude.
the nuke button.
Hit the fucking nuke
You know,
button.
you wouldn't be
Send
able to.
everywhere.
It's not like Joe Biden would be able to wake up and do that.
Yeah, I know,
Even if he wanted
obviously.
to, I mean, he's already got like so much, around him.
Yeah, I think you'd have a lot of barriers.
Any president wouldn't be able to just be like, okay, yeah, we're even though he's commander in chief, certain decisions I feel like, or at least now, at least with this administration,
I mean, he might do it for. He has dementia, dude.
I'm curious now. Because technically the president would be able to do that if they wanted to.
Yeah, but I think
Back
you
in the
either
day.
like have to have a key and then like put in a code and then like there's probably like there has to be like barriers
I
to
don't know
entry.
if that's ever actually what the process looked like.
Fucking
That was
send
also
a nuke,
Hollywood.
dude. Oh my god, that'd be so fucking crazy.
What?
Just
Sending a
nuclear
nuke?
warfare. Holy shit, dude. That shit scares the fuck out of me. I gotta stop using TikTok, huh?
Yeah, but you can't.
The more
you can't-
TikTok I use, the closer we are to nuclear
you
warfare,
can't,
dude.
No, you can't. What was I gonna say?
It's a full circle on the Bubby podcast.
Oh, I don't think if nuclear warfare, like, I don't know if it would ever actually, because think about it. If nukes would be used, but not, I don't think they would be used intentionally to blow up a whole country, you know?
Yeah.
Because the country that's taking over the land, they want access. They don't want to destroy all the infrastructure. They want to keep the roads and the factories and the fucking, you know, the weapons, whatever they can get that's valuable over here. If they take over, they can add that to their own fucking resource without wasting more money to build it back up.
Right.
So I don't think it would ever just be all out nuke the whole fucking United States. And I don't think we would ever, hopefully, never
I mean,
do that
the
to
United States
another
is
country.
pretty fucking big.
It's huge.
Okay, so there's this movie in the 80s. It was produced by BBC, so it wasn't really, I don't think it was shown over here ever in the States, but it's an English film. And it's actually pretty decently budgeted. I mean, it's lower budget, but it's pretty cool, pretty stylized. But it's called Threads, and it's like the take on like what would happen if we did go into like a World War III and bombs were dropped on England, and it follows this like couple, and then the bombs drop, and, like from what they were doing before the bomb dropped, leading up to it, and then like the next 10 years after the bomb dropped, and it's just like this couple, and then the husband, you know, I don't want to. Should I spoil it? Fuck it. This movie came out in the 80s. The husband dies in like the beginning of the movie, and it shows the pregnant wife and her journey through like the immediate fallout after, and then over the course of 10 years, and then beyond that, and like to when her like her baby is born and her daughter's grown up, and like what the ending. Do you want me to tell you the ending?
No, I want to watch this movie. It sounds good, actually.
This movie is amazing, dude. It is so. It's called Threads. I don't know if you.
Yeah,
can
don't
probably,
spoil it. I want to watch it.
It's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, Threads, check it out. If you can buy, you could probably like rent it for like $3 on Amazon Prime. If you can't find it on any of the
You don't need to.
free streaming service. I mean, you could pirate it, but I don't recommend it. Don't do that. Don't break the law. But yeah, it's a really fucking good movie. I'm sorry if I spoiled some of that for you. I won't say the ending, but if you like post-apocalyptic fucking crazy like catastrophes and disasters, it's pretty scary. And I'll say this, the writers for the movie, the guy that directed and wrote it, they did a lot of research on what would happen for a nuclear fallout, and they tried to stay as accurate as possible, like what would happen.
Is it the movie that there's a guy trying to escort a pregnant lady around
No.
throughout the? Okay.
No,
There's
it's,
another movie that's like that, and it's
Okay.
supposedly really fucking good too. But
Really?
it didn't come out that long ago in the 80s.
This
it was
one came
early
out
2000s.
in the 80s, and it was produced by BBC, the BBC network. So it was shown on in England in the 80s, like on television and probably in some movie theaters, but it was lower budget, and I don't think it ever really made it to the West.
Interesting.
Because I've asked my dad about it, and he's never heard of it or seen it, but Catherine's father, has, because he lives in England. So he's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I remember that movie.
Okay.
But it's really
I'm gonna check it out.
accurate to like what would happen
Post.
immediately after like nuclear fallout, and then like the next 10 years after. Like it's pretty accurate, like how it would affect the agriculture and how like
People are dealing with the
how
radioactivity.
how governments have crippled, and like, and it's like it's super accurate. Yeah, and they
That's
did
gnarly.
so much research, so it's really crazy. Yeah, I highly recommend watching this movie. I can't recommend it enough. You have to watch Threads. It's really good. It's honestly the scariest movie I've ever seen in my entire life. It is terrifying because of how accurate it is, and you like knowing that. You're
Yeah.
like, holy fuck, this is what would happen. Like,
Probably gave you anxiety watching
Yeah,
it.
it did give me anxiety watching it. It's absolutely terrifying. It's the scariest movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Damn.
And not for like jump scares or any of that bullshit. Just
But,
like
for
how
you putting
real it is.
putting
How
yourself
real.
in that
Because like the
position.
conflict, and also like with what's going now between Ukraine and Russia, it's like a similar conflict to that, which
Yeah.
is what kicks off the nuclear warfare. So it feels, even if it was made in the 80s, it feels super relevant today
Relevant.
still. And it's kind of it's super scary.
Interesting.
It's super scary. It's super cool. Watch it. Check it out.
I will. See, dude, that should remind you, like, it can happen anywhere at any time. You can never be like so complacent to the fact, like, oh, what the fuck does it matter? This is happening or that's happening. Sometimes, if you know, it can happen, and if you don't know, you're not prepared. It's like,
Yeah, if you're not prepared, you're fucked.
my point was the reason that I think a lot of militaries haven't tried to invade the United States is because we're one of the most armed civilizations on the planet.
Yeah.
We have like over 450 million guns in the United States alone. There's like 2 million, people in the Chinese army or Chinese military.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about
How much
2
is
mil.
how much is in ours?
Ours, while I was in, was the average per branch was like 450 to 560,000.
1,000.
Yeah. So, I think we have the largest military numbers-wise too, in terms of
That's
actual
good.
people that serve.
That's
So
good.
obviously that's
I
good.
mean, there's some great benefits of joining the military.
But
Dom did it.
no one in the military right now, all the people that would fight in a war, none of them have actually seen
Something
live
crazy.
combat.
Yeah.
You know, there's cops that have probably seen more combat than a lot of the dudes that would go and be fighting in a war.
I mean, but they have the combat training, right? I mean, that's the whole thing, is like getting you ready,
Hopefully,
getting you
yeah.
ready.
The thing is, though, the longer time goes by, the more of the people that have combat experience and training leave, and then now the people that are training the dudes to fight have
Yeah,
never
that's
even
always
fought themselves.
yeah, I know, but that's a constant cycle. That's always gonna happen, especially in
Mhm.
time of peace. That's gonna happen. But it's like
That's
whatever.
why I think Russia was getting hammered so hard early on in the war. They were getting shat on by the Ukraine
Yeah.
military.
How's it now? Is
I'm not sure.
Russia brought in their best and brightest yet? I
have,
haven't really been following it lately. I followed it when
I
it
haven't
initially
been
popped up,
either.
but now it's like past my news cycle, which is like really fucked up. But it's like I just I know, I'm aware of it, and I know it's still happening. I don't think it ended. I know
No.
that for a fact, but I just don't know if like. And I remember too hearing about Russia getting their ass kicked a lot in the beginning,
Mhm.
but I don't know if it's still happening like that now,
Yeah, I
or
don't
the
know.
tables turned a little bit.
I'm not
I don't know.
sure.
We'll have to check it up. Check it
Check
out.
into it.
Yeah, check into it, or sound off in the comments below.
We have to
let,
get
let
more
us know. You're pro
informed.
Russia, pro Ukraine. I want to know.
Or
I want to get a sense
or
of our
pro
audience.
neither or anti either. I mean, you kind of indifferent. You could feel for people on both sides. You don't have
Yeah.
to be. You don't have to hate all Russian people. You don't have to be
No,
racist.
no, nothing like that. No. I'm not asking anybody to hate anybody, but I'm saying let me know what your thoughts are on the subject. Who do you align with? It's
Yeah.
you versus who.
The Aryan Brotherhood, or
But no, I'm not saying
the-
hate like just like a group of people because of fucking. Oh no. But I'm kind of I want to feel for our audience. If everyone's pro Russia, they also probably don't like other races and other types of people.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
They
pro
usually
anything,
seem to be going.
I'm pro
Yeah.
everybody, bro.
Yeah, I'm pro human decency.
Yeah, if you're a good person, I don't
Pro
care.
human decency. Give people human decency. Don't fuck with people.
Yeah.
I fuck with my bubby. But that's because I love him. My love language is teasing.
That goes for like men to women too.
Oh yeah, for everybody.
I feel like that's a huge problem in our society today.
Yeah, you feel like there's a lack of respect for men.
Mm-mm. Well,
What if
maybe
I just
with
tried to
some.
red pill you just right now?
No, I think there's a lack of respect
Wake up, Zach.
for how young men feel like they can talk to girls or women, or even men, like even men our age, like doing certain
Disrespectful.
certain
Weirdos,
things
creeps.
today. Yeah, like let's say and maybe they're not even trying to be a creep, and just not knowing how to like approach a girl like respectfully, or like not do things that make women feel more uncomfortable, like
Yeah.
fucking catcalling them or like
does
commenting
anybody really
on.
do that anymore though?
Supposedly,
catcall?
I didn't think so. But supposedly, my wife and all her friends and people that are close to, people I know, supposedly every one of them get to experience it like on a weekly basis, or
wow.
like getting approached
Well,
by weird dudes, or like having weird dudes make like comments about it.
I remember one time.
I didn't know it was such a fucking, because I'll be out with girls in public, like with my wife and her sisters and friends, and I never notice anything weird like that. Sometimes I'll see the occasional.
I noticed it once. I'll tell you a quick story if you don't mind.
Yeah, if you don't.
Catherine and I were going to San Francisco to go to the Emporium to play, video games, dance, have a good time.
Yeah.
And right when we got off BART, there was this guy sitting next to the steps, like he was on ground level, and we were coming up the escalator, and he was sitting in this fold out chair, and he looked like a security guard, but I don't know what he was guarding because there's nothing but a bunch of fucking crackheads around him.
Yeah.
But he looked like a normal guy. But yeah, Catherine got out first, and he goes, "Oh, hello, gorgeous. How you doing?"
Yeah.
And then Catherine just ignored it, and I heard it, and I looked at him, and then he just smiled, and I was like, "Okay, that's fucking." It's just creepy. You know?
See,
I mean,
some people.
I'm not mad because I think my wife is gorgeous, but as well, So it's thanks for noticing.
Yeah.
But also it was weird, because Catherine didn't warrant any of that behavior towards her.
Yeah,
You know what
and
I'm
you
saying?
can compliment.
It was creepy.
See, and that's what I mean is you can
It was
compliment.
at night. It was 9 o'clock at night, and there's a bunch of crackheads around us because we were just getting off at we're getting off at Civic Center.
Yeah.
So if you live in San Francisco or you've ever gone off at Civic Center on BART, it's not the nicest place.
Yeah. See, and that stuff, to me, that's predatorial in a way. Because if you want to comment a girl or a woman because, one, you think she's beautiful or you just feel like hitting on her, you can say it in a way that's actually respectful.
Yeah, I mean,
but
he
he's
didn't
obviously,
say
but he doesn't
anything
care.
Disrespectful.
He didn't care.
Yeah, he wasn't
Well,
what that ass looking like. He wasn't disrespectful like that, but he's seen her. I think because she got off the escalator first, and she's a few steps above me, so I heard it while I was still coming up. So I think he didn't say anything more when he seen me.
Yeah.
Who knows? He could have. I mean, he didn't, so he didn't say anything. But
Yeah,
he
so
he
that's
did
like a
see me
small-
and
that's
then
like a
smiled,
small
and then see me put my
case of
arm
it.
around her as we were walking past.
away.
Yeah, because I was just dude,
Yeah.
chill. But I wasn't gonna
and-
fucking fight the guy.
And all scenarios are different, obviously. And some cases aren't going to warrant you to fight someone because of that.
No, not over that. That's really petty.
99% of the time. But
It
yeah,
makes
I
me
don't
happy
know.
that other people, other men think my woman's beautiful though. I like that.
Yeah.
And
if anything, I guess it's I don't know.
she's
where
a
I was
trophy
gonna go
wife,
with
guys.
It shouldn't make people it shouldn't make men insecure.
No,
if
it didn't make me
people say
insecure,
that.
but it was just the setting
But
and
I
the
don't-
timing was creepy.
But I don't want people feeling like they can say whatever they want to my wife because they think she's cute or pretty.
yeah. If he was saying some
It's
crazy shit, I would have said something
It's
for
like,
sure.
look,
I was like,
fuck
what are you doing?
Fuck you, one, because this
what's
is
going on
my
here?
wife.
You don't talk to women like this.
But then fuck you, two, because you think, even if she was single, that would be appropriate to say to her.
Right.
No, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you 2 times.
Just fuck you 2 times.
Fuck you.
So, yeah, stay the fuck
Mhm.
away.
Yeah, don't be a fucking weirdo. Hear that, kids? Don't catcall.
Don't be one of those people.
I guess people still do it. I don't know. But
Don't be
when I
a-
think of catcalling, I think of the stereotypical construction worker guys, and a girl walks by and they're all like, "Hey, baby," you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
when I think of catcalling. That's
That too, yeah.
where I go to in my head. And if I don't, I feel like I've never even seen really that.
You know what problem I have
I think I've done it.
on a feminist?
Hey,
oh
girl.
wait, no, I
Hey,
guess
mama.
we shouldn't talk about that.
What's up?
That'll get too political. I think.
Well, okay, we'll say it, and if it feels too political, I'll just edit it out.
I said one of the things I can't get behind with, in that same vein of stuff we're talking about,
Uh-huh.
some people would argue that is leading
speech?
to, no, it's leading to what's considered rape culture
I mean,
amongst men within our country. Is rape culture a thing, do you think?
yeah. for sure.
And that would be, catcalling would be a factor in determining whether or not rape culture is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that makes you a rapist, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The catcalling, that doesn't make you a rapist.
It doesn't
But
make
does
you
it play into
rapist.
that rape culture? Yeah, because it's That you feel like a woman's so inferior to you, you can just say whatever you want and disrespect her. And
Right.
like, what do rapists do? Take power over women, right? Or
Right.
like take power over whoever they're raping.
Now,
Mostly women.
the thing is the same thing could happen to men. Like men could also do that to another
Yeah.
man, and women could do
Women
that to
can do that to men. There's a
women-
famous story of a woman that I think she was a serial killer. She would like shove like lightning rods up guys' asses and electrocute them, but like get them hard. It would like forcibly get them hard, and she would like fuck them and kill them.
Jeez.
Yeah, and she was she was like, I think she did it to like 8 dudes.
Now that's
And then
gnarly.
I don't know if she got caught or she don't. I don't remember, but that's why I heard it from someone.
Now, that
Fuck with
doesn't
that.
mean like so. Obviously, it doesn't happen to men as often as it would happen to women. Like the situation of getting catcalled. But at what I was gonna say, or the way I'm thinking about it, is how far could you take that? Like you could classify it as harassment, like legally, and then maybe some
Yeah, I think most people wouldn't do that or go through the trouble to make it a legal thing.
because
but-
then how
but
far
you're
can you
just like,
take
this
that
guy's fucking
before it
gross.
gets out of like freedom of speech? You know what I mean? That's like the tough
I mean,
tough toe.
Look,
tough
you can
line
do
to
anything
toe.
you want if you got the money to do it. So if you want to sue someone for harassing you in the form of catcalling, you could probably win it if you have a good enough lawyer. You know what I'm saying? But would you go pay all that money to do that? The average person wouldn't, so people don't. But like, you know, it's just, yeah, I mean, and does it really need to go that far for every single time
it
someone
should
gets
be-
catcalled? I don't know, but like, I think, you know, you can just look at it and just be like, fucking, like, that guy's a fucking asshole, and then like just keep going and just like, you know, you encounter dicks throughout your day, and
Yeah,
not every
but
day,
some-
but either, you know, that's just
some
going
women,
through life.
though-
You encountered fucked up people. I
Some
don't
women though,
condone
it leads
and
to
I don't-
like mental instability. It makes them
Yeah,
uncomfortable
it can make them
and
yeah.
anxious
Right,
and
okay.
depressed.
Yeah,
So it's like, I don't know. That's where it's hard because I feel like some people shouldn't be as sensitive and like not let shit like.
no, that shit
Get
can be
to them?
traumatizing.
But yeah,
shit
it
could
could
be
be
really- it could be
traumatizing, especially
traumatizing.
for
You
women.
have your favorite dress on, and then every time you wear it, just dudes constantly hounding you.
Right.
And then you're like, this is my favorite dress, though, and I want to fucking wear my favorite dress.
yeah.
And guys can't fucking shut the fuck
Imagine
up and keep
being
their dick in their pants. their
in
mind out
that
of the gutter.
situation as a dude who's not used to fucking like facing stuff like that. And I'm not like obviously this is an important thing. The problem I feel like is like when people talk about these now, the types of people that talk about it and the groups that talk about it are so like team focused and like and stubborn on something. So the people will act like the same thing can't be said about men. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just discussing like a common decency thing amongst all people in general. It just so happens to be men and women situations. But that
Right,
doesn't-
it's the example that we're talking about today.
yeah, so I don't know. I feel like it could be applied both ways. But yeah, I don't like the certain aspects of the culture of how men, I guess, treat women today as a whole.
Yeah, I mean that's also it's like it's just gross to see, you know. And as you get older, like, you know, it's I've done it where like I've gone out and partying and tried to like spit game at girls and stuff like that. But like, you know, I guess maybe given the setting that might like be expected, I don't know. But like, you go out with your friends and you try to get laid or whatever, or you try to go and just have a good time and you meet women or whatever, and sometimes it goes, you know, hey, what's up? What are y'all doing? Where are you guys going? You know, but like,
Mhm.
I don't know. Do you think that's catcalling, or that's just trying to get into a situation, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's the other big problem. It's like, okay, well now as
Like,
a
where do
young
we
man
draw
in
the line?
society, how do you go about trying to meet a new girl? Because anything can be
Well, I mean, I think
said to
there's
make you
extreme-
feel
there's-
uncomfortable.
There's extremes, right? Like, it's the same thing that why like most people probably don't like verbally ask for consent. Like if like me when I first started dating my wife and the first time we had sex, I didn't say, "Hey, can we have sex now?" You
Yeah,
know?
I don't.
Like
I
I
feel
think
like
that's
you,
implied because of the setting and what was going on. But like I get it. There's
Verbal-
extremes to everything, right? There's
Yeah.
extremes that
and
anybody would call that. like-
context matters so much too in everything. That's
But
why
I just think extreme one way or the other is bad. You know, I
Yeah.
wouldn't like. I'm not going out and catcalling women today. And well, I'm married, but like even as I've gotten older, that's not something I do. It's like, you know, going out and like trying to holler at chicks all the time when I was like in my early 20s and I was like single and trying to get laid and like
and
just
not all
newly drink
girls
and go to
not all
bars.
girls hate it
but-
either. Some girls like it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's like, you know, that's what I'm saying, giving this circumstance and the setting. But like, and if they don't like it, then I guess you fucked up by trying to do it. But
maybe
all you can do is just apologize and fucking say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you or hurt you or
maybe certain
make you feel
clubs
uncomfortable.
need to be classified as like safe spaces where men and women can go without needing to worry about being hit on. and since it's considered
Like
a
safe space clubs?
safe space club. And since it's considered a safe space club,
It's like a nightclub, but for
it's
just
a nightclub,
yeah.
but you can't hit on
You
anybody.
can't hit on anybody.
You can just
Where does that extend to? Dancing? Is dancing a form of flirting? And like,
yeah,
what are the rules
where
here for
where you can dance,
we're
but the
gonna
rule for
we're-
dance.
Okay, tell me.
You can dance, but the rule for dancing is a verbal consent. You can't just
That's middle school.
yeah.
Okay, so we own a middle school nightclub. Yes.
It's not. It's a
Yes.
safe space.
Yes. Oh, okay.
It's a
Well,
safe space club for 18-year-olds or older.
I mean, you actually, as an adult, okay, I was making a joke there, but as an adult, you should ask a woman for if she wants to dance. You don't just come up
but
freaking
you know
on
what?
women on the dance floor.
It wouldn't work though, man. It wouldn't work.
What?
I don't know. I just
A safe space nightclub? Yeah, that's the point. Of course, it wouldn't fucking work.
it wouldn't work because
I mean, maybe. I don't know. They do silent discos. That works.
well, because I feel like maybe it would actually have to be. It could work if you actually aren't supposed to interact with the other people that are there,
So everybody has their own little dance pod.
or
What if
their
it was
pair of
like-
headphones. It is a silent disco,
Yeah, silent disco.
but everyone has their own headphones and they're listening to whatever they want,
Yeah.
and they can fucking.
That would be hella funny, though, if it was a nightclub and everyone was listening to whatever they wanted to listen to. So, like, everyone that was on the dance floor dancing were dancing, like, totally insane. You see a bunch of different people dancing to different genres of music that only they can hear. So the style of dancing is hella, like, there's people doing this salsa, and then there's, like, a dude crumping. And it's like, you're like, what the fuck is going on? You're like, what is going on here? Why are all these people why are there so many different genres of music I don't hear?
But yeah, and you can't talk to anybody either. So
Yeah, so
it's
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 a
like
silent
it's
disco.
nearly silent within
You wanna start a silent
within
disco?
the club.
Do
It's
it.
nearly silent. And since there's a dance floor, but there's also tables, you can sit down, you can eat.
Do we serve drinks?
We do. We serve drinks. If you want to order, you have to order through. We'll have some sort of
Now,
digital
are you able to-
interface,
well, okay, because I was going to say.
and you
so
can
do I
even
get to
do it
take my
through your
headphones
phone.
off?
You can take them off,
Can I
but that
take 'em
doesn't
off,
mean you
whisper
can
to the
talk.
bartender? Hey, can I get a gin tonic?
You're not supposed to, but maybe
break the
maybe no
rules.
one will catch you. Yeah, maybe they it won't.
You know what? Yeah. And, hey, also at our fucking
Hey.
silent disco, no snitching.
I mean, yeah, you can't
No
talk,
snitching
so
or
there's
you
no
get- you
snitching
get kicked
anyway.
out.
No, we have cameras. We wouldn't need you to snitch. We can
Yeah,
see
oh,
everything.
yeah. We get, so you go. I would like a fucking gin and tonic, please. Give me a fucking rum and coke.
Yeah. Yeah, we got mics everywhere
Yeah,
too,
we call
so
them
we
ear
can
lifters.
hear it. So, and we have a decked out security too, so that if anybody breaks the rules, because if you break a rule, you're turning a safe space into a not so safe space.
Right.
So we need to get our security involved to get you removed to make it safe again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, okay, does the security, are they wearing headphones?
They don't have headphones on,
They
but
don't
they're
have
not
headphones, right,
talking
because
either.
They got to be focused, right?
Yeah.
Laser focus.
Yeah. They do have headphones in, but they're the earbud style.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Or they have the one with just the cord.
And they have mics. If
Yeah.
they need to talk, they can
have
talk.
one earpiece with a cord, and then on the other ear, it's another earpiece with a cord. So one side is I'm talking to them, and then the other side you're giving them, and we're just giving them conflicting directions on how to handle the ear lifters.
No, you're not there, dude.
I'm not
You're
up
on
in
the
like
floor.
a skybox.
No, you're on the floor.
No, if we own the place, I want to look from above
Okay.
and judge.
All right. Well, that's our safe space idea. I think, what's funny? Something like that today, like a silent disco, but sort along the lines of what we're talking,
Mhm.
I think it would actually be successful.
We can open up in a really like progressive cities like San Francisco
And I think
and New York.
some people are loners and they're quiet and they want a place they can go and hang out without having to worry about socializing and interaction.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a silent disco, and it's funny because I've
Is
seen
that bad ethically to profit off people like that?
No, everybody does it.
Because maybe it's not good.
Everybody profits off everybody. You either get duped or you're the duper or the dupee. You know.
Yeah. That's
So-
why we need that box office so we can look down and remind ourselves how now we're elevated above the people
That's
like
what I'm
that that we
saying,
once
dude.
were.
I want to look down and judge. Look down at all those fucking heathens
All those.
fucking losing them. No, okay, but where I see
Those
a silent,
pesky workers, those
Right, yeah,
pesky
yeah.
blue collar
yeah,
folk.
fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
Where I've seen a silent disco, what I was gonna say is where I seen it at the Met in New York. They had a silent in the museum. They had a big open area where it was just a silent disco, and there was a DJ, and he was playing music, and he was like this, but there was no sound coming out. Everyone had headphones, and they were dancing. I was like, what is going on? What are we doing here?
How we looking, bro?
We look horrible, dude. I'm so washed
Are
out.
we blown out?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, that's hella funny. Yeah, why is this shit up so bright, bro? The fuck? Zach?
I think this was a good podcast.
I think it was good too.
You know, we hit on some good stuff.
Yeah, we had some good goofs and gaffs and laughs and staffs and baths.
We towed the line a little bit too.
Yeah, well, that's what we
subjects.
do. We took
But we kept it
line.
interesting,
Yeah, we
too.
kept it interesting. We didn't get too political.
No. See?
Okay. Well, hey, check out the Bubby Podcast. Check us out on our own individual channels. HardlyKell, NoManCave, over on my left-hand side here. And
NoManCave.
you know, we got shit coming out. We got shit we're putting out. And if we're not putting out shit, at least we'll still be doing this. So
We'll be taking in shit.
yeah,
too.
we'll be taking in shit and we putting out shit. And,
Taking shits.
Various taking shits.
in
Left
and
and
out,
right.
left and right.
Left and right, in and out, in
Up
and
and
out, in and
down.
out, up and down, diagonal even. All right, so this is the fucking Bubby
Thanks
Podcast.
for watching.
Thanks for watching. Comment,
Have a
like,
good night.
subscribe. Have a good night. Love y'all.
Peace.